Hey guys, I am continuing makeup history. What? I don't know if you remember, but a while ago, a few years ago, I did a series called Makeup History where I went from ancient Egypt all the way up to the 19th century, and I talked about how people's beauty rituals were back then, what kind of makeup they wore, and just, about the history of makeup. And then I would always do a little mini tutorial of a look inspired by that century's makeup ritual. So that's what I'm gonna do today. Today I'm kicking off a new series of makeup history, which is makeup history of the 20th century. Before I start, just a little disclaimer. I try to be as historically correct with this as I can, but I do not scientifically check my sources as I would if I were writing, say, a paper. So it's all for fun. I'm going to go over the 1910s today. I'm skipping over the 1900s because back then, like the century before that, makeup just wasn't really worn by women at all. Makeup was something, for indecent ladies and for actresses. And that is pretty much the case in the 1910s as well. Most makeup was only worn by actresses, stage women, and ladies of the night. And regular women wouldn't really wear that much makeup. Pretty much the only thing regular women would wear was a little bit of powder, preferably white powder, and some rouge. But the trend was still to be as pale as possible, because being pale kind of showed that you were inside a lot, that you did not work outside on the fields, which, in effect meant that you were rich and wealthy. So, all the ladies wanted to look wealthy, so they tried to make their skin look as pale as possible. That was just a trend back then. However, the 1910s are the beginning of makeup as we know it today. This is the century in which all the big brands that we know are founded, like Bourjois, L'Oreal, Maybelline, just all the brands are founded in the 1910s. This is kind of when the makeup products that we know today were developed. Well, it is just before makeup starts to get really popular. In the 1920s, makeup becomes something that everybody has and everybody wears, but the 1910s kind of, work up to that. The makeup that they wore was really similar to what we're wearing today. They already had mascara, which was just Vaseline mixed with a little bit of charcoal. Here and there, lipstick tubes seemed to pop up, and other than that, the rouge stuff was in a little pot, and it was just mainly red. I believe it was, mainly red, but there were a few shades available, especially later on in the 1910s. So the tutorial for the makeup look that I'm wearing today is of stage makeup, because I have a little bit of eyeliner, mascara going on, and pretty heavy blush. I think these days we would find this look a little bit crude and maybe clownish almost, but do remember this is stage makeup and this wasn't worn by women on the street. To do this makeup, I'm going to start by applying a load of face powder, and this is a white face powder. It's not going to really make me paler because it is kind of a transparent one, but still it's better than a colored powder. So I'm just going to apply that all over my face, and then I'm going in with my eyeliner, and I'm just going to apply this not really in a particular shape. I'm literally just rimming my eyes with this. Closing it off on both ends. And then I'm going in with mascara. So then it's time for rouge. I am taking a red lipstick and I'm going to pat this onto my cheeks and work it in kind of as a cream blusher. And this is heavy, but this is actually what it looks like when you look at photos and drawings and paintings from the 1910s. This is what the ladies looked like. And I'm going to pat that on my lips as well. This lipstick wasn't really used to define the lips, more to kind of give just a tint. And that is pretty much it for the 1910s makeup look. Like I said, we're only really getting into makeup trends in the 20s, which is going to be next episode in my makeup history series. So I'm going to end this last kind of makeup is a taboo era here, and I'm just really excited to get into full on everybody's wearing makeup. So I will see you in my next video. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye!